Hello, everyone! We are on Chapter 10, the equation of a parabola. This is Miss Oshier.
And Miss LaHart.
And here we go. So, equation of a parabola. This is when you have x squared or y squared, and you know what a parabola looks like. It's the U. Let's talk a little bit. H and K are the vertex, so that's the turning point of the graph. And then you have this new thing for P, and P is the distance between the focus and the vertex and the directrix. It's okay if you don't know what those mean yet. We'll explain it in a second. Right now we just want to focus on the direction. So if you have x squared with a positive leading coefficient, that means it's going up. If you have x squared with a negative leading coefficient, that means it's going down.
Yeah, I'm on. All right, now let's talk about the y squared. These are a little bit newer to you guys. You did see them in Algebra 2, depending on who you were with.
Just saying.
So y squared means it opens to the left or opens to the right. If you have a positive leading coefficient, then you're opening to the right. If you have a negative leading coefficient, it means you open to the left. And the P is still the same thing. It's a distance between your vertex and your focus, and your vertex or your directrix.
So let's just talk direction. In letter A, I have y squared, so I know I'm going right or left, and then the 8's positive, so this is going to the right. In letter B,
it's an x squared, so I know it's going up or down, but the fact that it's a negative means it's going down. It's a frowny.
C, x squared, so it's going up or down, negative 16, so it's going down.
Y squared, so I know this is left or right. With the negative, I know that it's going to the left.
Boom. All right. Let's talk about this p-value now. A parabola is, by definition, a set of points that are equidistant from a fixed point and a fixed line. This point is called the focus, the line is called the directrix. So it's always, no matter where you are on this parabola, it will always be the same distance from this point and this line. You want to realize that the point, the focus, is inside the parabola, and the directrix, the line, is outside of the parabola. So let's do some of these. We want to find the vertex, the focus, and the directrix, and then sketch the graph. Remember, it's supposed to look like this. X minus h squared equals 4py minus k. When there aren't numbers there, it means that it's technically 0. You're subtracting 0 from both. So your vertex is 0, 0, the origin. You then want to go after your p-value. So you set 4p equal to 8, you divide by 4, and you get p equals 2. Because you need to remember that
it's all about the P, about the P. No other letter rule.
No other letter. Oh, you gotta say that part really fast.
I screwed it
up. It's all about the P, about the P. No other letter.
We gotta fix it, but it's beautiful. Yes, we know.
We're really good at it. Okay.
All right, so let's back to the math problem.
Vertex at 0, 0. Now this whole p-value comes into play here. We need to see that this is x squared, so it's going up or down, positive 8 going up. The focus, therefore, is 2 away from the vertex going towards the inside of the parabola. The directrix is 2 away from the vertex going away from the parabola. So your focus is at 0, 2. Your directrix is at y equals negative 2.
All right, I got this one. So here we go. I see x squared. I see it's negative, so I know it's frowny. But anyway, let's pull out the vertex. So the vertex would be -1, positive 3.
And then
it's all about the P, about the P. No other letter. 4p equals 4, so p obviously is 1.
Boom.
So then you plot your vertex. You are going to, since it's going down, it's a frowny, you know that the focus is down, so you're going down 1 for the vertex and your focus, and you're going up 1 for the directrix, leaving you with a focus of -1, positive 2, and a directrix of y equals positive 4.
Boom. Next one. Ooh, so I pull out the vertex, -2, 3. I find my p-value because it's all about the p. I'm not saying the whole thing. P equals 2. Okay. Opening to the left or right, right because it's a positive 8.
Okay.
So that means 2 to the right of the vertex is the focus, 2 to the left of the vertex is the directrix. Those points would therefore be 0, 3, and the directrix would be the line x equals -4.
Boom.
Boom.
All right. Ooh. Oh my gosh. What is this?
This doesn't
nonsense?
look like the other ones.
What do we do?
Oh goodness. Okay.
Is this completing the square?
This is completing the square.
I love it.
We need to get it into that transformational form where we have both the x and y in parentheses, yada yada yada. So to complete the square, you want to get every variable that has an x squared with it on the left side and all the other ones that match it. So what I mean by that is you're going to keep the x squared and the 8x over here. Okay, you're going to move the 12y over with the -52 because they're kind of like, we don't want to talk about those right now. Then we're going to complete the square. You should know that to complete the square, you divide your middle term, your b value, by 2, and square it. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So now we have x squared minus 8x plus 16. And because I added 16 on this side of the equal equation, I need to add it to this side. Now, the whole purpose of doing this was so that we could rewrite this as x minus 4 squared.
Because remember, if you factored that term, what factors of 16 add to give you 8? 4 and 4. So you'd x minus 4, which is why we write it x minus 4 quantity squared.
Boom. Now, the right side is looking okay, but it still isn't in parentheses, so I'm going to GCF. So no matter what, even if it doesn't have, if you're like, it doesn't have a GCF, say it's like 3 and 7, you're going to take the 3 out and you're going to have a fraction, and you're going to have to suck it up.
Yep.
Okay? Because you have to have a leading coefficient of 1 within the parentheses on the y.
All right. Vertex time.
Boom. Vertex 4, negative 3. P-value, can find that easily. Notice that I didn't pay attention to the negative with this, with my p-value. That's because it's a distance. Plot my vertex. This is x squared, but it's negative, so it's going down. That means I'm 3 down, 3 up, down for the focus, up for the directrix. Boom, boom.
Identify both.
There you go. Now let's go the other way. We're going to find the equation of the parabola with this information. So,
when you're looking at an equation, the 2 things that you need to know are your vertex
boom,
and your p-value.
boom.
All right, and then you can make everything else happen.
Right, and your direction just will be positive, negative, all that stuff.
Right, so whatever info they give you, I highly suggest you write yourself a sketch. Draw yourself a sketch.
Yes.
So the thing that I have looking at me here is because the directrix is above the focus, I know that this thing is opening downward. And I know that if the distance from 5 to 3 is 2, halfway between that is your vertex, which would be at 4.
Boom. So your p-value is 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and now we can just go from there. We're plugging in 0, 4 into our equation. We know that it's going to be x squared because it's going down, and we are choosing negative 4p because it's going down. Clean it up. There you go.
Boy, that's beautiful.
So pretty. Let's do it again. So, negative 5, 0 is the focus. The directrix is at x equals 7.
Woo! What's
so
halfway
we need to find
between
the
there?
middle. Now, if you're using graph paper, just count.
Mm-hmm.
Negative 5 to 7 is 12. 12 divided by 2 is 6. So you have to go 6 from negative 5
Whoa.
or 6 from 7, and that is at positive 1.
Whoa.
You're just finding the middle.
All right, so now that we know what our vertex is, you can plug that into the formula. What was the p-value? Well, the distance between the focus and the vertex is 6. Get your verbiage right, Miss LaHart. So you plug it in and you simplify it.
Okay, and then just remember we're choosing y to be squared.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to pay attention. Your y value goes in here, your vertex, your x value goes in over here. Clean it up. There you go. Okay, a few more. We're gonna go a little bit faster because hopefully you're getting how this works. Focus is at 4, 2. Directrix is at y equals 8.
Going
Find
down.
your vertex in the middle. Going down.
Okay.
Down, down, down.
The distance between 2 and 8 is 6. 6 divided by is 3, so your p-value is 3. So then
5 to 2, 5 to 8, whichever way you want to look at that.
Yep.
X squared because it's going down.
Yep.
Negative 4 because it's going down.
Yep.
Clean it up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Ooh, wait a minute. This is different.
This is
different.
easier because you're given the vertex. So all you really have to do is figure out the direction and the p-value. But again, it's easier because they gave you this. This is the p-value. So negative 3 to positive 1 is 4. Boom. I just graphed the focus out of habit.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, boom. Done.
You lost your square.
Lost my square. There's a squared there. Squared, squared. First typo. Darn it. So close.
Ooh, vertex. Focus to vertex.
Boom, boom. Again, this is better because it's going to open towards the focus. So I know that I'm opening to the right. So I can pick my formula.
Plug
Kept
in.
my square that time.
Oh, nice. And then the p-value would just be 6 because the distance between negative 2 to positive 4 is 6.
And that's it. That's how you go back and forth with the equation of a parabola. Have a fantastic day. We'll see you in class.